So these are my Premier League match day 33 predictions. Brighton will beat Brentford 2-1 at the G-Tech, Bournemouth will beat Palace 2-0 at Selhurst Park, City will beat Everton 2-1 at Goodison Park, West Ham will beat the Saints 2-1, Newcastle will beat Villa 2-1 at Villa Park, Fulham will beat West London rivals Chelsea 2-1, Arsenal will breeze 3-0 past the Tractor Boys, United and Wolves will play out a 1-1 stalemate at Old Trafford, Liverpool will dispatch Leicester 3-1 and Spurs and Forest will play out a 1-1 stalemate. This how the table will look at the end of the round. So City beat Everton today. Everton defended well for 83 minutes, with Jordan Pickford particularly impressive, and even created a few decent chances but failed to capitalise. City eventually broke the deadlock through 20-year-old Nico O'Reilly, who tapped in from close range after a smart move down the right. Substitute Mateo Kovacic sealed the 2-0 win in stoppage time with a low finish from the edge of the box after being set up by Ilkay Gundogan. Despite a fairly even first half where Everton hit the post and City were limited to few chances, Guardiola's side showed their quality late on. O'Reilly stood out with a strong all-round performance, while Everton's missed chances, including a Tarkowski header off the post and a Doucouré shot blocked by Guardiola, ultimately cost them. City, now unbeaten in 5, remain firmly in the Champions League race and will host Aston Villa next. Everton, currently mid-table under Moyes, will regroup ahead of their trip to Chelsea next weekend. Other interesting games include Brentford beating Brighton 4-2, Palace and Bournemouth playing out a stalemate, Southampton stealing a point from West Ham with a late Hugo Chukwu strike, Barcelona coming from behind to beating Celta Vigo 4-3 with a 90-plus 8-minute penalty, Bayern beating Heidenheim 4-0, and so Villa cooked Newcastle today. The first half was evenly matched and full of chances, with Villa taking an early lead through Watkins before Shah equalised. However, the second half was a completely different story. Villa dominated from the restart, creating a flurry of opportunities and eventually breaking the deadlock through Maatsen. Newcastle then collapsed under pressure, with Burns scoring an own goal and Onana blasting in a fourth. Tielemans orchestrated the play superbly, while substitutes like Ramsey and Malin almost added more. Newcastle's 5-game winning streak ended abruptly, while Villa surged to a 5th straight win and climbed to 6th in the table. So Liverpool relegated Leicester today. Despite some good first-half chances, including Salah hitting both posts and Ndidi striking the woodwork, neither side could find a breakthrough before the break. Liverpool dominated in terms of shots and possession, while Leicester offered little threat and barely tested Alisson. The Reds finally found the winner in the 76th minute when Trent Alexander-Arnold slammed home a deflected shot after a chaotic scramble in the box. Leicester thought they had scored earlier, but Cody's goal was ruled out for a foul on Alisson. With an XG of 2.62 compared to Leicester's 0.25, Liverpool deserved the win, and the result officially sealed the Foxes' relegation. The Reds now edge closer to the Premier League title, needing Arsenal to slip up or a win over Tottenham to clinch it. So Arsenal brushed past Ipswich today. The Gunners cruised to a 4-0 win at Portman Road, with first-half goals from Trossard and Martinelli setting the tone. Ipswich were reduced to 10 men after Leif Davis saw red for a reckless tackle on Saka. Arsenal dominated the second half, adding 2 more through a second from Trossard and a deflected effort by substitute Nwaneri. Ipswich offered little in attack, reflected in their 0.21 xG, compared to Arsenal's 2.72. The result delays Liverpool's title celebrations and puts Ipswich on the brink of relegation. So Chelsea robbed Craven Cottage today. Fulham played a really good game and made it difficult for Chelsea. Chelsea were rubbish for most of the game but finally showed a bit of quality late on to get 2 good goals. Fulham took the lead in the first half through a well-taken goal by Alex Iwobi after a sharp move down the left. Late substitutions changed the momentum when Tariq George scored his first Premier League goal in the 83rd minute to level the game, and then Pedro Neto fired in a brilliant stoppage time winner after a slick move involving Palmer and Fernandes. Despite being at their best, Chelsea snatched all 3 points and moved back into the Champions League spots, leaving Fulham to rue missed opportunities. So United lost again today. A quiet first half at Old Trafford gave way to more attacking intent in the second, with Bruno Fernandes' introduction sparking some life into Manchester United. Despite chances for Hodgland, Fernandez, and Mount, the home side couldn't convert. Wolves snatched victory with a moment of brilliance from substitute Pablo Sarabia, whose curling free kick in the 77th minute sealed a 1-0 win. United pushed for an equaliser, but late misses, especially from Mount, summed up their frustrating afternoon. Wolves exceeded expectations with a clinical finish, earning their first league double over United since 1979-80, leaving both sides level on 38 points. So Spurs got lost in the Forest today. Despite creating several good chances and producing a higher XG, 2.14, Tottenham couldn't convert enough of them, only scoring once through Richarlison in the 87th minute. Forest, on the other hand, were clinical early on, with Anderson and Wood putting them 2-0 up by the 16th minute. They then defended resolutely, riding their luck at times but doing enough to hold off Spurs' late pressure. The defeat marks Tottenham's 18th of the season, keeping them 16th in the table, while Forest bounced back from 2 consecutive losses to move up to 3rd with 5 games to go. So these were my Premier League Game Week 33 predictions, and these were the actual results. As you can see, I did not get a single one right. This was my predicted table and this is the actual table. Check out my YouTube for more content.